Welcome to Prepare Now. My name's John, and this episode 2 is Identifying Your Hazards. This is a series on how to become more self-sufficient, also beginners on how to prepare for any kind of disaster. With this episode, we will break down all the hazards that people prep for and how to decide where to put your efforts and resources, pretty much your money. Most people think of zombie apocalypse, volcanoes erupting, end of world asteroids when prepping comes to mind. But the majority of events that we really prep for are things that cause inconvenience in our lifestyle. And those usually fall into several groups: natural, man-made, terrorism, war, or extinction level events. Common natural ones would be like floods, hurricanes, thunderstorms, tornadoes, wildfires. Uncommon, landslides, tsunamis, large earthquakes, volcano eruptions, and the like. On the rare side, you have your large tsunamis that would take off the eastern seaboard, central U.S. earthquake, like near the Mississippi River, Yellowstone eruption, or asteroids or other out-of-this-world events. On the man-made side, we have hazmat events, industrial accidents. More commonly man-made, we see famine, nuclear power plant events, and ecological disasters. Terrorism comes on the list with EMP devices, dirty bombs, biological releases of chemicals, and plain old explosions. War, which is something definitely in the news right now, we have regional wars, multi-country wars, proxy war, which kind of is what's going on right now in Ukraine, World War III, or a MAD event, which is a mutual assured destruction event. And of course, the one that we all seem to be preparing for, extinction level events. An asteroid that would pretty much wipe out all life on this earth, and a mass nuclear exchange comes to mind. With realistically looking at, most of us are going to be needing to prepare for a regional natural disaster. What you're looking at right now is the FEMA hazards map. This allows you to search your exact location, relatively close, and it prints out, or you can pull up, exactly what is the likelihood of each different hazard we just discussed. I don't think it goes into terrorism and other aspects, but all natural caused, it actually shows it. The next one will be I actually hit Atlanta, Georgia, just to see what it would bring up. And you can see on the right side, it actually breaks down several natural causes of disasters, and it keeps on going. The next slide will have all the links, and I suggest you click that and click your location and identify what are your top 3 for your area, so you can further research those. With information that you just received from the FEMA hazards map and other research, I want you to go ahead and write down 3 that you feel strongly that will affect you the most financially, emotionally, changing lifestyle by using that information. Research further and look at also what events and conditions you have emotional attachment to. If you feel strongly about like economic collapse or a nuclear disaster, I want you to go ahead and pick one of those to add to the list of 3 natural causes. After we have broken it down to 3 natural causes that are most likely to occur more likely, and one that you feel strongly about, we can start to do deep research into these things. Next step is to think what these events have in common with regards to disrupting your normal lifestyle. This is kind of pretty much what would they do, whether it be a tornado or whatnot. I used a simple analogy, Midwest regional, and I put down tornadoes, power outage, and thunderstorms as my natural issues. And my wild card, of course, would be a cyber attack taking out the power grid. The first couple usually resolve themselves within 3 days. The last one, of course, is going to be much longer. But what this does is allows you to narrow so many possible disasters and things to prepare for down to a more realistic list that's specifically for your area and for your lifestyle, also including those that you feel passionate about. For the final step today on this lesson, I would like you to take a folder and specifically make a folder for each 3 of the natural disasters that you chose, and of course the one that you feel most strongly about that maybe is not as likely. I want you to dedicate each of these folders, and these will be used for you to research and to gain information and print it out. We like to use hard copies because when people are stressed, usually we don't have power in these kind of events. And 2, it's much easier to set down a folder to share with a group of people or to read yourself than trying to see if you can get a laptop to turn on, see if networks will work, or even if the flash drive is going to kick on. The final step is to take another folder, and this is going to be your preps folder. Basically what we do is you're going to look at what you just went over and see where the disturbances cross over in multiple categories. Like the ones I described for the Midwest, you could probably see power outages with all 3 natural causes, including the cyber attack. You probably see some water disturbances, whether it's clean water or not, once water pumps and filtration centers go down, and the like. Go ahead and put that list in the folder, and so when you're looking for preparations and certain items and see all these flashy cool gadgets and gizmos and you name it on YouTube, you can go back to this list and see, is this really what I need to accomplish my goal? As much as I love the gadgets and all the new toys, we first need to get the first basics like water filtration and etc. down before we can move on to the 10-in-1 hatchet. By writing all this stuff down in a folder, you're making it easier on yourself in a stressful environment. As well prepared as you can be possibly. Most likely there's going to be some issues with electricity. Most events, including all natural ones, usually cut off electricity networks and usually have some problems with trying to get internet, even if cell service. So by using paper, you're actually making it much easier for yourself. If something happens, if you have to bug out, or if you have to brief a group of people what's going on, you actually will have hard documents on what to pass along, what's going on, what we need to do, what do we have. This will make things much less stressful and allow you to make more sound and decisions going forward. In conclusion, with the knowledge you have identified, you have a roadmap on what to focus your studies and resources on, aka your money. In the future episodes, we'll go on to break down what future goals you might set for yourself, on what areas that you feel that are most important, including purchases, knowledge to be obtained, and the like. Again, this is John for Prepare Now. If you haven't subscribed, please do. This helps with the algorithm. Also, thumbs up if you like the information. I'm reading every comment right now and responding to them. So test me, write a comment, see if I respond. Trying to be as helpful as I can for our community.